Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to give you my thoughts on Underwater. Now, Underwater came out a few years ago, and of course stars Kristen Stewart, Vincent Castle, T.J. Miller, as well as Jessica Henwick. And it's a movie I've fiddled with watching, and I am kicking myself I did not before, because I genuinely think this is a fantastic film. I think it should be seen as a modern masterpiece. I'm not exaggerating. I was really impressed with how good this movie was. Now, I'd be doing the movie a disservice if I explained too much about it. Just knowing, it's like researchers in this underwater vessel, and something starts going wrong with the what they're in, and then something seems to be sort of out there and kind of tracking them, and it essentially becomes like a survival, thriller, horror sci-fi thriller of sorts. And even if there was like no creature out there, I think it'd be good on its own if it was just about like the ship malfunctioning or whatever, and they're just like trapped. Even for the portion of the movie that's kind of the focus, and things happen through that solely. I thought was still really engaging and very, very tense. But when the movie does eventually show its hand and as to fully what the scope of it is that's going on, it just, the atmosphere was so dense and so well realized. I can't say enough about it. It really was. It really came across to me like one of the best movies I've seen in a while in terms of the suspense, and again, just the feel of everything was just poignant and just complete. You could chew on it. Let me tell you. Kristen Stewart, I think she showed a hell of a lot of range in this movie, both in terms of emotion and just kind of her, I guess, personality and reactions to situations, her desperation, her care, and just sort of like the subtlety when she'd learn something else is going wrong with, their situation. She's kind of not disclosing it yet, for the good of the others and everything. And Vincent Castle, I've seen in a couple of things now. He's always a good hand. T.J. Miller, I think his role is more so could have been for anyone. But I did like Jessica Henwick in this movie. She is the bright spot of Iron Fist. Really liked her in Love and Monsters as well. But yeah, I definitely want to talk more about this movie, but I think it's best if you go into it knowing as little as possible as to what exactly is happening and what exactly might be after them. But yeah, I really, really loved it. It's definitely way under the radar. I highly recommend it. I'm giving it like an A+, seriously. Stewart was great in this movie, as was the rest of the cast, all, very serviceable and on point at the very least. And they all portrayed the situation excellently. And yeah, I think it's a stellar example of how to do this sort of film in this sort of scenario. But yeah, let me guys thought about it. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and of course TikTok, and peace.